taking out the pole award is Ryder Smith for Hamilton All Sports, a long overdue first of his career, while championship leader Charles Sandfer starts on his outside. With 7 rounds to go in the season, the teams head to the Homestead Miami Speedway for our first race back in the US since Michigan. This track has gone through a reconfiguration since the last time we were here. It supports more multi-groove racing. The inside's gotten a lot weaker. Drivers have been having to run a lot higher up on the racetrack, and some guys trying to search the limits have gone a little too far and pushing into the wall. But it's been interesting to watch all these drivers kind of testing out, see what grooves work for their cars. And it'll be interesting, and the race will certainly be interesting, as there's a lot of different options you could take to pass another race car. Coming into this weekend, however, there was a major news headline as Cosmic Nova was slapped with a 25-point penalty, his second big penalty of the year, and was given probation for the rest of the season. IS Competition Director Grant Haley was quoted saying that if he causes any more trouble, extreme action will be taken. The team also gave Cosmic Nova probation in their own organization to not interfere with Maxwell Chan, as he almost took him out in the round of Russia. Nova, however, took matters into his own hands as he went on strike, protesting both penalties, and as a result, he is refusing to drive here this week. So, Wrecking Ball's the other driver, and Connor Atwood was not racing this week. He just stepped back into the car in Russia, came with a top 5 finish, but Carl Sander was driving the free here in Homestead. So, Louvier gave Manson a call, they worked some things out, and Atwood's driving the 27 this week. It's taken no time for him to get used to the car. He's been getting comfortable pretty fast, and he'll be one to watch out for here tonight. With the storylines and a new configuration, it's certainly going to be an interesting race waiting for us here tonight. So let's get down to the track for the Round of Florida. Ryder Smith and Charles Sandfer, 2 of the IS's best speedway ringers, will lead us to the green here at the brand new Homestead Miami Speedway. The final stretch of the season begins now, as we're green, we're rocking at Homestead! Smith with a great start heading into 1 and 2, but he's going to need to get a good run. That high side is pretty good here. He's going to get exactly what he needs, pull the slide job on Sandfer, immediately goes up to the top of the track. That's where the 18's found most of its speed, all week. And now Sean Angel going underneath, but James Shelley looking like he might do something. The pack is going to get pretty tight here. Looks like Angel leads the first lap. Yes, he does. Sandfer looking for some momentum up high. Angel tries to get a run on the 18, can't do it. Smith with some good momentum off of 2. Now heading back to the free. Sandfer still trying to find momentum. He's rim riding it up there. Can't get anything going. Angel holding his own on the bottom. Nothing yet. Sandfer's definitely looking to try there. He's been running at high side for the entire start of the race here. Hasn't been able to find anything yet. Still looking up high. Oh, James Shelley looking. He's going to try and make it 3 wide. We could have got a 4 wide there. Seth Cole is looking as well, but Shelley trying to make a charge towards the front as Ryder Smith continues to lead. And Princess Perkle already having issues in car number 95. Looks like some of the system at car are having some issues. But we would get our first caution on lap number 4 as Dylan Young bounces around and gets spun around by debutante Cyrus Laterza. Keeps it going without any damage, but that will bring out the first yellow. And we have some weird things happening under that caution as Tristan Wilhoit has mechanical issues at the same time as Ray Krieger. Wilhoit would be able to get the car going again, but as Krieger pulls in the pits, that would be terminal. And that's not all, because Chris Argus-Smith would also lose an engine, taking Chris Argus-Smith out of commission. And we restart on lap number 10. And Smith gets a good jump. James Shelley was able to get second coming to the yellow. He's gotten a solid restart. James Shelley, always known for his skills on these speedways. He's another big speedway ringer, but he doesn't have the same kind of top equipment as the guys like Smith and Sandfer. Meanwhile, here's a look at Ryan Manson, your PT Cup leader. He could pretend like this is going to be a very important race for him, and he is running in the points right now. Maybe not as high as he wants, but it's certainly been a fantastic start to the race so far. He's making a lot of good progress. Someone who's not made a lot of good progress is Danny Everett, who has a mechanical issue and has to pull it in on lap from 13, the tough break. And here's a look at Connor Atwood. We talked about him in the pre-race. He's driving Cosmic Nova's number 27 for the Wrecking Balls. This is the first time he's ever this is probably the first time he's ever not driven for RJ Manson, and he is having a good showing in the top 10 right now. Meanwhile, James Shelley gets a run on the 18. He's going to look for the lead. Same time, looks like Angel trying to get back up there. He's about Charles Sandfer for position, and Sandfer still trying to run that high side, but can't find an opening. He's got good momentum, but that's all. Shelley inches ahead off of 2. Could he get the lead here? James Shelley looking for his second win of 2017. But can he hold it? This is where the outside is at its strongest off of turn number 4. And Smith gets a little bit of a run, pulls alongside. Shelley does lead that lap, though. Can he hold it in 1 and 2? Smith still holding strong on the high side. Angel's kind of slotted in behind Sandfer. I see Seth Cole kind of trying to close in on this battle. Seth Cole is also looking for a second win, and he had a pretty bad European tour, so he needs some good performances to keep himself in the title hunt. But Shelley still holding alongside the 18. He's not able to get anything done yet. He's not able to get anything done. Smith just looks so good up there. That Hamilton car has been set up perfectly. Now, Ryder Smith, he was searching that high side all session long. He was trying, like, throughout the practice sessions, he was trying to find the limits. And I think we know why. That team, I mean, they know their way around a speedway. They always set up for these types of tracks, and they wanted to make sure this car would work anywhere. And that's certainly been the case so far. And Zachary Fitzwater, though, would blow an engine, and BMW has had a lot of reliability issues. So that's definitely something they're going to need to get worked out for next season. You know, here's an update on Chris Louvier. He's running a little lower than he would have liked. He's inside the top 15, but definitely not been the start he's wanted. Then here's Kyle Collins. He is fighting for 12th with Ali Nelson. Definitely, he certainly has some progress. He certainly has some progress he'll have to make up. Meanwhile, James Shelley underneath Ryder Smith again. Shelley always has so much fight in him. We've seen it time and time again. Most recent examples being like Texas and the 400. Just, it's amazing to see how hard he tries to fight the leaders despite not having this top equipment. Like, James Shelley really should be in championship winning equipment, but should be of a top team, but it's just not been happy yet. But he has certainly done a lot of great things for Paul Schaefer. He's not able to do anything yet. Sean Angel does get past Sandfer for third. And Sean Angel's another guy that was searching the limits in practice. He was doing a lot of rim riding. Those Hamilton cars are definitely set up pretty well for this track, especially on the high side. And Ryder Smith finally clears Shelley for the lead. Going to hold on to that top spot, or is he? Shelley trying to get underneath him again off of 4. And Sandfer's not done with Angel either. Seth Cole still trying to catch up. Is he making any progress this time by? He is. Seth Cole closed in a little bit that time by, so this could become a 5-horse race here soon. And Shelley's still holding it very well. Reese Black is back there too, and Maxwell Chan. The Dodge is looking the manufacturer is looking pretty good at this track. I mean, if we got two Toyotas, 3 Dodges, and 2 Chevrolets all in this top 6 right here. Well, actually, top 7. And they all look very fast. Wow, here's Cyrus Laterza. Cyrus Laterza is a Slim Jim Series regular who is currently contending for a championship in that series. Team Thunder gave him the call to step into 74 this week, and he is. And despite that early incident, the Cleffer Media car is running inside the points. But here's Eli Bright making his second career start, and he's not had a good weekend. You see it at 70 getting into the wall. It's like Bright's had a lot of issues. The Z-Wing machine had like a... They had an engine blowout in practice, so they had to go to the rear of a backup engine. And Bright, the 17-year-old, struggling to find a rhythm right now. Meanwhile, Cosmic Note looking for position underneath Matt Duncan. This is for 9th. Meanwhile, Chris Louvier making it 3 wide in the pack. That typical Louvier aggression coming out here, coming out to play. And Louvier knows he needs to make up a lot of ground. His championship is on the line. He is pretty far behind the points leaders. Look at Louis Duran back there trying to rim ride it off of 4. But Louvier holding a 3 wide. Cuts down low, still cutting down low. And that 98 looks pretty good on the bottom, actually. A lot of cars have kind of struggled to find speed on the bottom, but not that 98. It looks like that may be what Louvier set his car up for, because he knows he wanted to make these aggressive moves. That's always how he's been. And it looks like Cyrus Laterza is joining this battle, and Curtis is there as well. They may be creeping into the picture. This is a big pack of cars right here at the bottom of the top 10. Meanwhile, James Shelley still not done with Smith. He makes another move down low. Pulls alongside for like the fourth time so far this race. Now we are approaching halfway. The pit cycle is, well, you can do a lot of things with pit cycle. The tire wear, like the fall off, is pretty intense at this racetrack. You don't want to stay out for too long. The undercut is definitely a way to go. If you stay out too long, you can lose a ton of time. But yeah, these guys do not mind right now. Angel's searching the limits up there, trying to catch up to Sandfer and seeing if he can get a run. Shelley, he needs, like, that's what he needs right now. He needs to get a run on at 18, because he just can't find one right now. Oh no! Trouble for a 64! Christopher Bryant up in smoke, and that is a huge deal for the PT Cup. That might have just ended Bryant's PT Cup hopes right there, but Dylan Young may get 4 wide in the back! Check that out, it's getting very tight there. Young, Finguy, Bright, and Shepard all in a 4-wide battle. That got very tight, but yeah, that is a heartbreak for Christopher Bryant. He really needed a good run here to keep himself in the picture for the PT Cup. That might end his hopes right there. And here's Nick Pericles. He's starting the back. He's getting held up by Princess Prickle right now. Oh, he runs a little wide. Princess basically forced him up the track, and he's into a wall. That is not going to be pretty. The hometown crowd not pleased that Pericles is actually from Homestead. Like, he's not only from Florida. This is straight up his hometown. And yeah, he shakes his fist at Perkle as he drives by. Yeah, Pericles was another driver who started in the back with a backup engine. That team's had a lot of reliability issues lately, but he's worked his way up into the top 10. The rest of the pack catching Princess Perkle. This could get dicey as Matt Duncan moves over into the 95, and Matt Duncan into the wall. He spins around as the caution flies on lap 36, but Matt Duncan in trouble once again, and he looked so good here tonight, but that's going to cause huge problems. It looks like Louvier was looking on the 6. Matt Duncan saw that, but he kind of then moves over across the bumper of Princess Perkle, takes himself into the wall, and that is embarrassing. To be in a wreck of Princess Perkle and have it be your fault. That's exactly what's happened here. And that will undoubtedly cause a lot of trouble for Duncan. He's had a very bad last few weeks, and this will just make things worse. The last thing he needed. Tough break for that 16. But now we will go back to green lap 41. Ryder Smith is your leader. That's Charles Sandfer in 2nd, James Shelley in 3rd, Maxwell Chan 4th, Sean Angel 5th, Nick Pericles 6th, Connor Owen 7th, Kyle Collins 8th, Chris Louvier 9th, and Tyler Faber rounding your top 10. So we are at the halfway point here. Anything can happen, but it's definitely going to be tough to dislodge at 18. Ryder Smith just has a stranglehold on this pack, and we all know how good he is on these types of tracks. He is we probably know him best as the Master of Las Vegas. He is dominant. He has won both of those races convincingly. But this always seems to be, he's always seemed to be where he shines. He had a great jump, but Charles Sandfer keeping up with him with a fantastic restart. Shelley, though, did not get going. They did pit under the caution, and perhaps Shelley did not get the adjustments he needed. They did not get, yeah, it was not a good start, but Nick Pericles making moves. 31 looking, Parma 31 looking good on the restart. Pericles still looking for his 4th win. He has not won, actually, it'll be his 3rd win. He has not won a race since Dubai in 2015. It has been 2 years since his last victory. Could he get one in front of his home crowd? Maybe. Looks very fast. He might be able to get Chan on the inside here. In a 1. I don't know if he can hold it or not. Chan trying his best. You know Chan's not going to give an inch because Maxwell Chan's in this title fight. And there's Connor Atwood. He's also had a good restart. He's up to 7th now. Slowly making progress. He certainly took no time getting adjusted to that car. And Louvier finally into the top 10 now. He's in 9th, challenging Collins for 8th. And you see Laterza there. He's in 12th. He certainly looks... he's probably just trying to get the car home clean, but he certainly had a good first experience despite his little incident with Dylan Young early in the race. But it's certainly had a good showing so far. But PJ Williams did not get going on the restart. You see, he tried to punch it, see if he could get any power out of the car, but he couldn't, so he pulled it to the bottom, and that will probably hurt PJ Williams. You know, Matt Duncan here is running in 35th. That damage has caused a lot of trouble for him, and that will definitely mean another no points finish for Matt Duncan. Duncan has not actually had a points finish since Michigan. That was round 13, and this will just add to that tally. Sean Angel challenges Charles Sandfer. He's gonna make the move on him, and James Shelley trying to go up high, see if he can get a run. Ooh, Kyle Collins in the wall. Collins got the wall in the back. That can't be good. And Angel's still looking at the run. Pericles is fighting of Chan. Hasn't quite had the momentum on him yet. Sean Angel still can't clear. And Shelley's just behind the both of them, waiting the pounce. Chan running the high side. Louvier's running the high side, getting a big run. I think he might have actually gotten a piece of the wall. He ran it so high up. But it worked. He gained a lot of momentum on Atwood there. Yeah, Chan holds off Pericles. Now tries to chase down the 41. Angel inches ahead, but he hasn't been able to get anything done yet. He's going to get a run here. Chan! Oh, Maxwell Chan in the wall from 5th! He tried to move up into the high side, but he wiggled, lost the back end, and that is going to be a tough break for him. Look at all that ground he's lost. But meanwhile, Sean Angel, he's starting to inch forward. He's gotten some good runs into the corners here. He may actually challenge Ryder Smith for the lead. Not quite. Smith's clear. Now we're checking out Ryan Manson again. He is still in the points, doing everything he needs. If he were to run well enough, he could potentially lock up the PT Cup today. Well, I don't know about that. He has some stiff competition, but that just shows how talented he's been. Also, shoutouts to Louis Duran. He's currently battling with Carl Sander for, I believe, the 13th spot. He's running the high side, but Louis Duran's had a lot of bad luck these last few weeks. He's looking very strong tonight. Leader's going to catch Princess Perkle once more. And the Hamilton drivers will have no issue dispatching her. But, oh, James Shelley is going to get held up. Will be held up by the 95. Atwood used her as a pick, and that will be the 27 up to 4th. Shelley starting to slip back a little bit after battling with Ryder Smith earlier in the race. And oh, she is holding up Pericles again. Louvier goes up. Oh, but so does Perkle, and Louvier tags the wall. Wow, he actually knocked. Yeah, he is stuck on that wall, and Louvier losing a ton of spots. And Princess Perkle really being a nuisance. You know, Sean Angel gets another. Sean Angel going to challenge Ryder Smith. The Hamilton car is battling for the lead. As we approach 20 laps to go, Connor Atwood now challenges Charles Sandfer. He's been slowly making progress. Of course, he's still looking for his first win since 2014. And he could at least get 2 top 5s in a row. He is certainly making a statement that he should be hired by this team. Especially this is his first time in that car. First time with the Wrecking Balls, and he could get a top 5 finish. Sean Angel looks up high. Ooh, almost gets the wall. That definitely did not work in his favor. But now they're going to catch a lap traffic of PJ Williams. And Williams, of course, had a lot of mechanical issues tonight. And that is a fellow Toyota. They have no manufacturer support, but we'll see if he helps. He does not. Ooh, Ryder Smith throws it wide. Almost got the wall. Now he goes back down, cuts back down. And I don't think the 66 is going to be an issue for him. Sean Angel, oh, he's kind of in the middle groove there. See if he get any momentum on Smith. But he's not going to do anything. He gets held up by Williams a little bit. Now, Williams isn't way off the pace. Ooh, Connor Atwood running, he's rim riding it up high. Gets a bit of a run on Sandfer, and he's going to try and use that. And he's going to go back underneath. Oh, I think he saw the 66, and he's going to try to get that run, and now he's going to use Williams as a pick. That's a good move there by the Aussie, and that might get him up to a podium place. You know, James Shelley kind of slipping back. He's watching that. He doesn't want to get back into this fight. But yeah, Atwood inching ahead. He won't clear off of 4. Yet Sandfer gets a run. Sandfer is practically shoving the 66 down the back straight. But I do think Atwood's going to get the move done in 1 and 2. And does he have it? Yeah, yes, he's clear. Sandfer is now going to probably try to go down low. Yeah, he's going to go down low and try past 66, just cut his losses, because that was not working. Oh, but Louis Duran has issues with the 55 car, pulls it down low, and that's a heartbreak for him. The bad luck continues. Duran has not scored points since Watkins Glen, and that will be another no points finish for him. Meanwhile, leaders catch Perkle again. God, that 95 is so slow. I really question why she got her Class A license in the first place. But she holds up the 18 a little bit, but then slips up the track, and now Sean Angel goes down low. He gets a run, but it could be the same deal that's always been. He might not have enough to make anything happen. And look at that, Princess Perkle manages to get the wall by herself. Now we are under 10 laps to go now. Time is running out for Angel. This could be his best shot. But he can't do it. He just does not look like he has the momentum. That 18 is just set up so well for the high side. And to be on the high side, that's what Sandfer's doing. I think there's another car that's just... Sandfer really likes running that high groove. He's been very comfortable there. He gets a run on the 27, doesn't go anywhere with it, not big enough. Angel back underneath the 18 now. This will be coming to 6 laps to go. We are approaching the end of the race. He still can't get the run he needs. Atwood lurking, hoping one of these guys makes a mistake so he can pounce. Shelley, I think, might be too far back. And Ryder Smith, great run off of 2. He's clear. Ryder Smith is clear. We'll see can Angel get anything going on him again. But the party would be spoiled as we would have a caution with less than 5 laps to go. Charles Sandfer gets hooked by DJ Curtis, spins him around, and that will be a minor incident, but it is a caution. Very, very late in the going. That was like 5 laps to go. And the track crew would not be able to get cleaned up in time. So we will be going to overtime here. That is probably the last thing that Ryder Smith needed. He could have had this in the bag. Now you see a look at your running order there. Running order will pop up at the left-hand side of your screen. And those will be the guys that are going to be in this overtime finish. But Ryder Smith, he leads at the end of the scheduled distance. But he'll have to hold on for 2 more laps. I think this may actually be the first overtime finish of the season. But is he going to be the second overtime finish we've ever had at this track? But here we go. 2 more laps decide it all. This is going to be Angel's best shot here. The pace car comes down one more time for one final restart. And we're green. Angel gets a great jump. This could be his best shot right here. Can he get the momentum up high? I don't know. There's still we pick up speed, so Smith might be able to find something down low. And yes, he does. He pulls the slide job. Pulls up on the 14. That might be it, but James Shelley with a great run. With a slingshot from his teammate. He goes down low for 3 wide for second. Shelley trying to make that late race charge as the white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. Can Shelley get the momentum he needs? He's having a great run, but that's slowing up himself and Angel. I think they're gonna be out of time. 4 wide in the back. It is getting very intense in the back, but all of this is behind Ryder Smith, who puts on a clinic here at Homestead. Off the final corner is going to be win number 3 of the season for Ryder Smith. A much-needed victory here at Homestead. Here's a replay of the last lap because we have to show this. We're sitting at Allie Nelson here. Now look at this. Now Niko Polyakov makes a forward. He shoved the 25. He almost wrecked his teammate. But watch Allie Nelson here. She throws it in very top of the track and threads the needle with a massive run up high. Absolutely incredible move. Like, that got her a lot. Like, that was phenomenal. Probably one of the best passes of the year. It just shows you the talent and aggression of Allie Nelson. Nicely done there. So, congratulations to Ryder Smith on a huge statement victory. He's been out here to prove that he can still fight for a championship despite that 1 race suspension earlier in the year. And, well, this is exactly how to do it. As a 1-2 finish for Hamilton Auto Sports as Sean Angel comes home second. He fought hard at the end, but just couldn't get it done. James Shelley, fantastic run for him. He's going to round out the podium with a great finish for him and that 41 crew. Connor Atwood, in his first race for the Wrecking Balls, gets a top 5 finish in 4th, and I'm sure Chris Louvier will be taking a close look, will be certainly considering him for a ride next year. Charles Sandfer with another top 5 finish. He's certainly on an incredible run of form lately. Reese Black with a top 10 in 6th. This is the site of his last win. I'm sure he wanted I'm sure he wanted to get it, but just wasn't meant to be. Nick Pericles, though, from 41st to 7th at his home track. Great run for him. Maxwell Chan another top 10 finish in 8th. Chris Louvier comes home 9th, and Tyler Faber rounds out your top 10. Then we move to 11th, where we have Nico Polyakov and Ali Nelson's aggressive pass, 4-wide pass on the high side, gets her 12th. Seth Cole in 13th, a very disappointing result for him. Kyle Collins, probably a little disappointed, but 14th as well. Cyrus Laterza in his first IS start comes home with a top 15. Good effort there from the Slim Jim regular. And DJ Curtis keeps his point streak alive of a 16th. Tristan Wilhoit rallies back to 17th after his earlier issues. Aiden Shepard gets some more points for Young Motorsports. A great job for him. At 12, Shepard's certainly been impressing this year. And Jock Day Cook sneaks into the points at 19th. And Ryan Manson gets another points finish for the number 32 team. And that'll be a big deal for him in the PT Cup. Great job by those guys. And moving on to the point standings here. With only 6 rounds left to go in the season, it is Charles Sandfer with a stranglehold on the rest of the field. Only one driver is within a race of him, and that is Ryder Smith. After a perfect 70 at here in Homestead, he is 47 points off the lead. You have to go 89 points back to find Kyle Collins, 95 for Chan, and 116 for Sean Angel, who is the last guy within 2 races of the point lead, as Chris Louvier is 145 points back. But don't count any of these guys out. And while anything can happen, time is starting to run out for some of these guys, like James Shelley, 194 points off the lead. He's certainly got some work to do. Nice job. He gained some spots there. Matt Duncan down to 9th now, almost 200 points back. Nick Pericles, 230 points behind. He's going to need to do something very big if he wants to stay in the title hunt, because that is a huge deficit. Tyler Faber is up to 11th. Brandon Wood, 12th still, despite not running races. Kozak Nova, after his penalty and not racing today, down to 13th. Nico Polyakov, 14th. Reese Black, 15th. And Ray Krieger is the last guy within 300 points of the lead. Then you have DJ Curtis. The free team, Connor Atwood did not score any points for that team. Free team did not get anything as Sander finished outside the top 20. Ali Nelson, Tristan Wilhoit still rounding out the top 20 with in the 2 Audis, but they are probably not going to be winning the championship. They're still mathematically in contention, but only 24 drivers are within a race of the point lead. That really tells you how dominant Sandfer's been. There's still 6 races left, and we're already down to 24. But, as I said, anything can happen, and anything certainly could happen at the Richmond International Speedway, which we'll be heading to for the next round of the championship.